Just what is this thing sitting here? Well, welcome. As promised in the last video, I was going to show you something different today. And today, it's inside these doors here. So we'll just go and have a look. Okay, what we have here is a 1970 Lilliput Caravan. It's a 12'6", built in Auckland by Paul Webster. Beautifully designed caravans. The reason why I like this is because if you look at the roof line up here, there is no joints between the roof and the walls. It's all fiberglass, and it's nice and light to tow. So now I'll show you what we have done since we've had the caravan. First thing we did was the colour along here, the black. Was originally blue, so we changed that to black to suit our tow vehicle, which is also black, so we have black and white combo. We put white wall flappers on, and also we put the Lilliput logo on there, and we also got Lilliput logo mud flaps, which I've got to replace. And if I drag this out, this is the new ones I'm getting cut to put on. And they'll replace the other ones which the lettering's sort of gone on. So anyway, that's what we've done there. And we also put, if I come around the front, put the Lilliput logo on the roof there, just to set it off. And also another thing we did was, this is the wind-up jack. Now, I took the wheel out from underneath and put this fold-down jockey wheel. Not jockey wheel, I should say. So if I come around and show you, there it is. So that's a fold down one. And I've kept the mechanism here because on the bottom of it, the plate with the hole in it, I use that to firm up the front of the caravan. So that's what we've done there. Now we'll go to the back. Now unfortunately at the back of the caravan there's not much room, so I can show you. So I'm going to move the camera around. I've got a wheel cover which has the artwork of the caravan on it. You can see there, and details of the caravan. We also changed the back lights on the caravan. These here, which they had horrible square ones on, so we've now got the original Lilliput lights on. So coming down further, the rail at the back, the shape of the caravan allowed us to put a pole storage container there. And also on the rail at the back here, if you look down there, we've got, just down here, is on each side of the caravan I've got a leveler there. So when I'm winding up the caravan to level it, I can just keep an eye on this as well at the same time, plus a reflector on the back. So that's the back part of the caravan. Right, now we're inside the caravan. So I'll turn the light on. So the camera is going to be a little bit funny with the light, but not to worry. So starting at the back, this is the bed which I altered. And the reason why I altered it is because underneath are two fridges. And those fridges have their own thermostats, so you can run one almost like a freezer and the other one a bit cool if you wanted to. So that's the fridges. The bed base here actually lifts up, and that allows us to have extra storage each side of those fridges. So just coming back around, another thing I did was in here where those cans are, and I'm going to show you another video, I made a little box to put the water pump in, because the water pump used to sit on the cabinet and made a hell of a noise. So this is just a little box there that's insulated to keep the noise out. Another thing to do going up to the next shelf is, if I turn the light on in here, there you go, makes it a bit better. I put a little U-shaped fitting in here so we can store all our racks without them falling all over the place. It keeps them upright, gives you more room in the shelf. So that's what we've done there, and also that little light I put in underneath, so which lights that up a bit better. So and then also we had a, one of those push up and down type taps. So because I put a 12-volt power supply in this caravan, now replaced it with a switch that operates the pump, so we get instant water. No pumping involved now, so that's good. Another thing too is lighting. We changed, got these robotic looking lights here because Nicola didn't like the original ones, which is fair enough, so we now got them changed for those. Another thing I did too was, she likes to read, and of course I would have to get out of bed, come across the middle of the caravan and turn the light switch off and then go back to bed. And I thought, well, there's got to be a better way, and there was. So if I turn the pump on, the 12-volt power supply on, all she has to do now when she's reading, she's finished, is underneath the cabinet there's a light for her to read. Now I've got these all the way along underneath the cabinets. All the cabinets in the caravan have got the touch lights. All underneath, even the kitchen area, there's touch lights all the way through. I've also got little pelmet lights that change colour with a remote control, so that's all the way around as well. So you can turn those on and off. We'll have a bit of a party mode going on. And how I've done that is, if I come down here, you can hear it running, is the 12-volt power supply. Turn the light on there, and it runs through a fuse box on the top there, which runs everything. So that's the 12-volt power supply. Another thing we got done was these cushions with the caravan on, and also just over here we did have a gas stove, but we've now got this electric oven because we mainly plug into motor camps and stuff. But I have left the fitting at the back for the gas stove to go back in if we wanted to. But this is quite good, and we can leave it permanently mounted there because I put in little shock absorbers on it. And I've also used the shock absorbers on the water pump now. Now, one of the common things in the caravan is the lack of bench space. As you can see, you've got the sink there, and you've virtually got just a small area of bench space. Admittedly, you can use a table, but you have to excuse me, it's full of junk at the moment while I'm busy working on it. But it'd be nice to be able to have extra bench space. So, what I've done is, I'm just grabbing something now, is I've got this massive board here. Now, I'm going to show you how quickly I can make that into an extra bench space. So all I have to do is find a little peg, which I've got down on the floor here, and I store that board just in there, out of sight, in that little gap beside the bench. So what I do is, to make an extra bench, is I've got that little tag there just below the window, and I've never known what it's for. But anyway, what I've done here on the side is I've put a little bit of timber beading along here just below the level of the bench, but it's the same thickness as the bench top I want to use. Anyway, so what I do is grab the old bench and I just plonk it straight in there on top of that, and on top of that little bit of beading I've done. And there you are, straight away an instant shelf. But if I was to put stuff on there, it would tip over. It's only supported at the at this end. There's no support at that end, so it would tip over. Now that is where this peg comes in. So all I do is over here where that little notch is, I slide the peg in, so it's nicely jammed in. Now that shelf is as firm as anything, and I've got a jug here full of water, and that's it sitting on the end. Not a problem. And now I've got all that extra bench space. So if you have a look now, there's what I had before. This is what I have now. And it's just some of the things that you can do to make life easy in a caravan. So it's just a board, a little bit of beading on the end here, another one just underneath the window, and all pegged to jam the board down securely. So I think that's about everything inside that I need to cover. We've changed the curtains. Nicola's made new curtains, so we've got new curtains now. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is you can easily alter a caravan to suit yourself. So that's the, excuse the messy garage. Oh, I better turn the light off in the caravan. So I just turn this is for the complete 12 volt power supply, so I turn that off. That cuts out everything 12 volt. And then that's 240 volt. So now I'm in darkness. Ooh, scared of the dark. Right, now I'm doing this slightly different here with a different lens, but remember I spoke earlier about how the roof had no joins in it to the walls, which saves a lot of problems with leakage. These caravans are very, very well made. You've got a little pelmet thing that runs across the top, so the water clears the windows. And so you've also got where you're inside the caravan, the high point. Now that also matches the sunken floor inside the caravan. And now I'll take you inside so you can actually see this. So I'll just open the door. And inside there, I don't know whether you can see, I'll turn the light on if I can get inside. Here we go. Right, so the high part of the ceiling, if you look up there, you can see where the high part of the ceiling is on the roof, matches the sunken floor down below. And excuse the mess, but I'm working on the caravan at the moment. So there's the sunken floor and the raised ceiling, so you got plenty of headroom. Another thing too is talking about the windows. All these windows, the ones there, the one along the front here, the one on this side here as well, and the two back ones over here, and the one on that side, they all open. The only fixed window, apart from the corner ones, is the back window. So you get plenty of air through and ventilation through the place. Another thing we also added to this caravan, which I forgot to mention, was a 3-piece screen on the ceiling. Now, how that works is I just undo those little clips there, it drops down, and undo the tag here, pull that back, and that releases the hatch, and you can wind up the hatch and put it where you want. And that's the same for front and back, with the centerpiece being a set piece. You can see the hinge there. So that's how that works with the screen, and that's been very, very handy. So I think I've finally covered everything. So I'll catch you on the next one. So there, that concludes what we've done on the caravan so far. There's a lot more I can show you from when we're actually camping. That makes life so much easier in a caravan. While I was talking about the roof and the floor, another great feature about that is because of the way that the caravan was made, it means that you can put it in most garages. without any effort at all. And that's how he designed them, to fit in the average garage. So they're light, they've got less joints, they've got a raised ceiling, lowered floor, all made of fiberglass, and so they don't rot. And a beautiful caravan. We're very, very pleased with them. So that's our tour of the Lilliput Caravan. I certainly hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next video. Cheers for now. Bye.